Gaming is known as she'll be here's a rose. Flanking and flanking on all of them dudes. His mind is set on wrecking your mood. Dedsey is here and will be there for you. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your homeboy Dedsey with a new video as always. Today I bring you a game that has spiked the internet, that has spiked the universe, that has spiked so many things, that has done so many interesting things. But I will say, we are going to be playing a game that came out in 2013 October. This game was phenomenal. It was so different from the rest of the games that came out at the time, especially Grand Theft Auto 5, which came out around, a little earlier than that. But this one computer game, aka known as the Stanley Parable. This game was a shocker to a lot of people because of how insanely different it was from the genres at the time. From what I hear, and from what I've seen, because I have seen a little bit, and it's an old game, so obviously I heard of it. This Stanley Parable is a game where you simply are a one soul who has a narrator speaking to you and telling you what to do. You can defy or deny, or you can accept or reject. It's up to you. But that's what makes this game so cool, is because of how many endings and outcomes that can happen from each two. So this is the Ultra Deluxe Edition. As you can see, I don't have the original, and I don't think you can even get the original anymore.
So you still can get this. I don't know why I thought you couldn't, but yeah, the original Stanley Parable.
But who wouldn't? Who would want to? When you have the Ultra Deluxe Edition that can be played right at your house, perfect. Anyways, let's get into the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So just to prove to you exactly what this game is about, I'm not going to get out of my office. I'm just gonna stay in here.
Yeah, so I sat here for 20 minutes, waiting for this, for him to talk, and he didn't. So I'm just going to let you guys not watch this part. So we're skipping through.
I like zooming.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wow, this
No matter
jaw.
how hard
This
Stanley
dude's jaw.
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Its job was to just sharpen pencils. Farted. There's no jump button.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
What achievement?
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing
fair
true
enough, fair
effort
enough.
for a noble cause.
Okay, alright.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
You got it.
I want to see commitment.
You got
a
it.
willingness to go all the way, no matter
You
what
got
the
it.
cost.
Let's go.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417, 417. Alright, guys, we have a mission to go find door 417. Hey, 420, what you smoking? 418, 417. Oh, yeah. Are my clicks ready?
Ooh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437, 437. 30, 429, 428. Oh, 437.
Excellent. I think we're
Yes.
getting somewhere.
Yes, let's
now,
go.
door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. This is way. Yes, this is way. Guys, we're gonna do this. I didn't mean to do this. This just happened. But, oh, there it is.
Now, back to door number 437.
Yes. How do I run? There is no running. There is no running in this game. 437, 437, 437. That's all the way back over here. 437.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The copy machine. Where the fork is a cookie machine. Not a cocky machine. There's a copy machine.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really
417,
feeling it now. I
indeed.
think we're
Here
getting
we go.
somewhere.
We're going. I can't run, but we're speeding over there.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419, 419. Oh, yeah.
Yes!
Yes.
This is great!
Let's go.
You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. Yes. That's right here. Yes.
We've almost got
Yes.
it.
We
now
got
the
this.
copy machine, do that one again.
We got it. Whatever your narrator's name is, you're definitely not Stanley. Let's keep going. This is a rush.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430.
Yes!
We did it!
Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Woo!
That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley.
Hey.
Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
I don't know, narrator. No one knows what the narrator's name is. I'm simply gonna call him Paul. Alright, Paul, look, I'm just gonna say it. Good sir, Paul, thank you. The satisfaction of giving you over 148 clicks. Now, let's continue onward. Whew, man, that got me a rush. Okay, so there's a bunch of computers to click.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We have 2 doors. I'm gonna listen to Paul. I feel like Paul's a nice guy, especially after what happened with the whole, achievement shit that just happened out of absolutely nowhere. So we're just gonna skedaddly do over here. Ooh, door with no number. Gonna click every. I didn't know you could close doors.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Okay, locked.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Room closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I like the broom closet. No? This is my humble abode.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I highly disagree. This right here is my home. And if you take my home away, you know what? I'm just
It
gonna
was
chill.
baffling that
Right here.
Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
Okay,
As
so
it
there's-
is,
okay,
he's
okay,
literally
okay.
just standing there doing sweet FA.
Why am I clicking? These are tools. Literally nothing to interact with, really?
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes, I am.
Standing
Paul.
around doing nothing?
Yep.
Why?
Because.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely
Because
confused.
this is my humble abode, and this is where all of the hate in my life just crumbles down into a little speck that I
You
can
do
throw in that
realize
trash
there's
can.
no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
You put the
But
door
it didn't
here.
even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
You
I never
put
would have thought to mention it.
you put the door here. The door was unlocked. The door opened, and closet looks interesting.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
You're correct.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope
My
your friends
favorite.
find this concerning.
How dare you? I hope you know that Paul, you're my friend. So you
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Paul, you bitch, you turned on
Well,
me.
I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
You know,
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
Oh my
They have
God.
fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
you know, Paul, make a really good point. I am 100% a gamer. I played computers, but I'm gonna say this. Ow! The broom closet ending is by far my favorite, and you even told me yourself that this is an ending. So I'm going to stay right here and sit in the broom closet, ignoring Paul. Paul, you win.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Swine. Tell you right now. Made a mistake. Talking.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
God damn it. Not waiting. I'm not. I can't. No. It's a video, you know? Alright, let's keep continuing on.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, we're going upstairs. Remember, we're listening to Paul. Paul's a good man. Okay, listening to Paul. Paul. Executive bathroom. Rich is the crime. Crimes. Life it would have to pay. Extreme bathroom. Let's go. In Time magazine about a clock. Wow. That's original. Okay. book say? The beach pages. Good enough.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled,
Those are the
Stanley
pictures they
wondered
used for
in
the boss.
disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned
do I
it
sometimes
an
have that?
extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
What happens if I mess it up? I'm gonna keep putting in.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Or what the code is.
2845.
Is he gonna do anything? Alright, but I have a feeling I have to put in the code.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door
what?
just opened
No.
all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. Look, I'm just trying to find every single possible thing that you possibly say in this fucking game. Now. Hey. 3B. Oh, look, there's the elevator. Hello. Cool. Oh, Steve. Alright, we're in the elevator now. Not the elevator. that's
Descending
the
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Yeah.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
I don't
This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yes, we will. Can I go up? Oh.
Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
You better have something good for me. Yes, I went all the way back to the office.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow.
I don't think
I'm
keyboards make that
bolted
noise.
to the edge of
This
my
keyboard
seat.
does, but not a piano. I don't think pianos make that noise. So what happens if I just stick up here for a little while? Like, oh, the now screw back. But then I'm gonna really mess with Paul.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this? Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Yes. No. No. I'm gonna.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Oh my! Who voices Paul? Please, someone tell me in the comments right now. You know, start going tap tap tap. I need to know who voices Paul because, gosh, dude's voice is amazing. Okay, we're going back to the office.
Oh my god. It's the
Did he
boss's
really
office.
just put a Batman track over it?
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
All right. What the? Okay, alright, we're chilling, you know, interesting. I'll let you process.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Alright.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Well, we're going back in the elevator.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just
Not
how
even
revelatory
lying. Who made
Stanley's
the
decision-making
script for
is.
this
A
game?
breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I'm assuming the button's broken. Is that the end? Yeah, I think that's the end. In the words. While it lasted. But oh,
You know what?
Shit.
I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley.
What the?
You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
Come on, Paul.
Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting.
Paul.
Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
No, alright, slow.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know,
Yes.
Stanley,
Yes,
it
it
seems
is.
like nowadays the only thing that audiences
Oh,
want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension?
I don't know,
Where's
Paul.
the trust in the audience
I have
to
no
build
idea.
a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years.
Yes.
And it's really all because of you.
Thank you.
You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over.
Yes.
Truly, I mean it.
Oh.
This is unique and different.
Thank you,
It's
Paul.
not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley.
Yes,
I want to
surprise
have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us
The
feel
elevator looks like
sharp
it's speeding
and
up.
vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley.
Boy.
Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you.
Yes.
Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
What the? Where the?
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here
Oh,
somewhere.
right, a press conference. Healthiest being ultra. How we did it. Live, the guy who went to Mars. All eyes on Stanley. Live on stage. Oh no. Guys, I didn't think I'd get an ending just by doing that. No, fine. An evening with world peace, baby. Stanley Parable Stanley, tonight live on stage.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Yes. Oh. Wait. I didn't attempt to go down. I didn't attempt to go down. I didn't attempt to go down. I need to go. The light's not on. Okay. I actually thought that I could go down.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Yeah, man. Alexander the... What? Oh, man.
Oh, I'm flat. I just spit a little bit. Oh my fucking god! Dude, why is it that when I flash somebody, it's like I just slapped them in the face with a fucking napkin from a little kid's birthday party? But when I get fucking flashed, it's like some big brolic black dude named fucking Raquise pulls a fucking bed sheet over the head on my head and just proceeds to skull fuck me!
Sorry about that. That it? That it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
That
mean?
it?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think that was it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief. Oh no, oh no, 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 not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
God. Alright. There.
Coming to a staircase,
Okay,
Stanley
so he
walked
remembered I was
upstairs
in
to
the
his
closet,
boss's
but
office.
does that mean he'll remember if I go down and then back up?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Sorry, Paul.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
Come on,
so he
Paul.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Thank you, Paul. No.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked
Paul.
forward into the opened passageway.
I get it, Paul. I understand, Paul. I understand. Hey, we're gonna see if you remember if I go up. He's not saying.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
So basically, we're gonna mark the press conference stage ending. So we're gonna cross that off. We did that one. The idea is go through every ending of the game.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Wow, I saw a facility. Also an escape. Again, we're listening to Paul. Listening to Paul. A big button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many
Where's mine?
individuals reduced to
Wasn't that mine?
images on a screen.
That's mine right
And
there.
Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
427. I think it was 427. I know. Where's 7? Right there. Yeah, that looks like my room. What's going on with 028? That doesn't really look like a camera. That looks like coding. Like a debug. Alright. Activate the loop.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
No,
Had
man.
Stanley
No, Paul.
really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused
Why am
to
I
believe
going
it.
up?
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
So we're gonna find out, Paul.
But here
Whoa.
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Do I kill me?
Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yes, Paul, I definitely will. But this looks just like the scene from The Incredibles. You know, the scene where, you know, this one. Alright, now that you're through with your entire MP4 movie, let's get back into this. Mind controls, idle, power. Well, then you want them all. Yeah, I think I did the right one. Mind control powers off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
Yes, Paul.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Yes, Paul.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his
I
skin,
guess
the feeling of liberation,
I was actually gonna
the
explore
immense
it, but,
possibility
you know,
of the
thanks,
new
Paul.
path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Good story, Paul. You know, good job, Paul. Okay, so now I go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
I'm
room.
going to
Perhaps he had simply
try
missed a
and
memo.
go as far as I can, and then simply just escape. and turn on the machine. So those are going to be the next.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Then
entered the door on
obviously
his
I'll
left.
do the right door and stuff, because those are like the ones where this game.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Did you-
hoping he might find an answer there.
Locked off the door. You mother. Alright. There. Frick you.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Okay. What do you know? Alright. So he clearly knows we've already been down here. See what happens. Should I turn on the machine or should I escape? I think I'll escape.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escaping. Okay. We're gonna
Although
escape.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay, then we're gonna turn around. I'm ready to die.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. Nope, still on board with death? Working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode,
What?
eliminating the entire
So I die
complex.
anyway.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
All right.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me,
find the button
where we're
for
going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
That's a house.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Yeah, actually, I would like to know.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Means
I
you-
erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons
Gosh,
endlessly and
darn
then
it.
dying alone.
I'm thinking.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Wow.
I have to say this, though.
Fun,
This
buddy.
version of events has been rather amusing.
I'm thinking.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure
That's-
whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Go.
My
I can't-
goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so
I'm trying.
much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be
Button
doing
that
right
matches
now?
that is like...
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Damn it. So, yet again, we are put with...
All of his co-workers were gone.
Go
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
or should I go through the other door?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, I want to admire it.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
That's very...
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm going to stand here, drinking it in.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Alright, it is, Paul. Now let me enjoy.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Hey, fuck you, Paul. I'm doing my thing.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Chillin'.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Or. Another choice.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Operator.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another,
Fire.
then pick up. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
I don't know.
You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it.
What? Tell me.
How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
No. Paul.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices, and to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
What?
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
Okay.
But if used incorrectly, it can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself
What?
speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Mike.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Only learn to say.
Oh, welcome back.
What the fuck?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay, the repeated.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Yeah. Gonna go back to the door. We're going all the way back to the.
almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
I still look at it. Beautiful.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. I choose the wrong thing.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
just locked
hoping he
it.
might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
And you
walked
blo-
upstairs
so
to
you
his
blocked
boss's
off literally
office.
everything I could do. Voices. Meaningful. Yeah, you blocked off every possible thing. What?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human
What the
life.
hell?
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out, and then spoke the code.
I 147 can't speak.
Stanley spoke the code.
Night
Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Stanley doesn't talk, Paul.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Don't talk.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
God. I know what it did.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now I'm going on my right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay, game's getting fucked up. So I'm back. But for what?
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to.
Like,
I have to shut the game down. I have to.
No.
I have to.
Don't. Why did it just have a Matrix effect? And why am I hearing the noises from the Matrix? What is happening?
Oh, I'm here.
Hi.
I'm still here.
Hi,
here
Paul.
in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Jeez,
you.
Paul.
Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... When Stanley came
What
to a
the
set of two
fuck?
open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end?
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
That's sad. Nice guy. Paul's nice, but... What the... It's not done?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, so we're back to... Yeah.
Here's the door, just go.
Alright.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep, you tell me, Paul. I'm gonna drop down this red hole. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, no.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
What's
In a
Gladys doing?
single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Fine.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes
The dev
meaningless,
room?
making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Literally a dev room. No, I need to. Why is the office?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Know it.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So I'm gonna go. Yes, that's bad ending. Don't worry.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So I know now that I cannot pick up the
Look,
phone.
Stanley,
can pick
I
up
think
the
perhaps
phone.
we've gotten
I
off
think I
on the
can
wrong
call
foot here. I'm
Thank
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Ready? Get on.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Yep.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
I'm
Are
sorry.
you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
I just am.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't
What
here.
the-
Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Solution, Stan the man. I mean, Paul.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going?
Right, let's make Paul feel happy.
Right. Where were we?
Okay, I'm bored. Oh, wow, way, okay. You're hitting the 70s again.
Oh no! Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Okay, give me some options. Okay, you're not giving me options. Is this really the ending?
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Bored again. See, you're not gonna keep, like, put Shrek 2 on.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Fine, I'll go back, Paul. You need to give me some more motivation. Shrek 2 on the big screen.
Are you... You are going to stay here, aren't you?
The idea is... Oh.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
The fact that we need the game to reset so that there's... More! There. Reset it.
No!
Ow!
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Lower now.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
I'm moving. Okay, nothing's happening. Sorry, Paul, but
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
not making this interesting enough for me, man. Come on, Paul. Shrek 2, right now. Crazy there.
No. No, no, what are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Believe which part?
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Okay, Paul, but there better be Shrek 2 playing. I don't want to...
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Oh, Paul. You don't understand. The ending needs to end, because if it doesn't end, then I'm going to be stuck in this infinite loop.
No, perhaps not.
Sorry, you gotta give me something else.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Sorry. And you.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Really sad. He's really sad when Paul is like in a bad mood. Like he's sad. Might be the That
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Sorry, Paul. As you can see, we are back. Perfect place to leave the game off where I started. What can I say? It was a interesting, fun game. I thought that it was, no, it's Stanley Parable. It is a walking simulator with, comedy. That's the whole point. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, or don't. That was a Stanley Parable. Good game. Crazy game. Weird game. Many things that happened. But I'm going to leave it here. Again, choice. Watch the entire video. Watch one of my other videos. Go and sit and stay in your bed and cry. It is your choice. Which one will now? My choice that I will make my life.